One of the most unique things about farming is the fact that even serious and very successful businessmen in the real world can fail when it comes to farming. You know why? Because there's no one simple formula that fits all year round or fits every crop. Every day comes with its own challenge. Every season comes with its own burdens. Every breed or crop comes with its own burden. So if you're a farmer or a potential farmer watching us here in Farming in Africa, then you want to continue learning just like we continue learning, because every season, like I said, comes with its own challenge. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the challenges that we are about to face as we enter into the rainy season as livestock farmers, and what we are doing here at Sementia Farms to mitigate some of the risk that we are about to face. So if you're a livestock farmer or you dream about going into livestock farming, then stay tuned so that we can all learn together. Welcome back, guys, and I'm glad you sticked around because, like I said, farming doesn't have a formula. Yes, certain things might work in the rainy season, in the dry season, but trust me, the following year, in that same dry season, if the climate changes a little bit, your challenges might be different. And this is the reason why most people fail in farming, even though they've been so successful as a businessman, as doctors, and as so many different professions. And today, here as a farmer, we're going into another rainy season, and I'm asking myself, what are some of the things that we are doing to make sure that we can reduce the risk? The risk of what? The risk of mortality, the risk of diseases, the risk of actually spending more money instead of, we yielding results. And today I want to share with you some of the basic things that we are doing here at our farm so that you can learn as well in case it's beneficiary to you. I think the rainy season comes with what? It comes with rain and it comes to wet. What does wet grounds bring? Wet grounds breeds parasite. What does parasite generate? It brings diseases. So as a farmer, you want to make sure that you're not spending a lot of money on medications, especially if you're buying some of the quality medications that we use. Some medications that we use here goes all the way to 1,000 Ghana cedis per bottle. Right, so if I can prevent spending 1,000 Ghana cedis on a bottle of medication, then I think it is worth it. So if you're watching me, stay tuned and let me take you through some of the things we are doing to avoid that. So we talk about parasite. Rainy season will bring a lot of parasite. That means that there's going to be worms every day and everywhere in your pen. So what is your pen structure? If you look at me, I'm standing at our exercising yard. And then we also have our actual pen, which is right behind me. So this is a sector, this is a breed of parasite. This is a breed of parasite. And then right in front of me, which is the paddock where they go and feed, is also a breed of parasite. So there's parasite everywhere. How do we control it and how do we prevent it? And that's why it's the number one thing I want to talk about today. So the reason why we have different stations of breeding, right, breeding this in terms of parasite, is actually to avoid those parasites, right? So most of you or most farmers that I've seen has just a pen, and then they have either a grazing yard or they allow the animal to go and graze outside, right? So if you have just a pen, that means that your animals are spending too much time inside that pen. And what? As they poop and wee inside that pen, and you're not able to clean all the corners and holes very well, even the spaces between your pen, the flooring, the spaces in between, if their poops get stuck in there, their urine gets stuck in there, after a couple of days, 5 days, you see that there will be worms that will start coming out. Those worms are going to cause your animal to be sick, right? So why do we have 3 stages? So the first stage is so that they don't spend enough time there and poop and wee there. And it also gives us time as they are here for us to clean that pen and make sure it's neat. They come down here. As you can see, we are standing here. You can see some poop around here, but it's very little.
Thank you for watching this far. If you've enjoyed what you've watched so far, be rest assured we have a lot more like this for you. All I need you to do right now is to take just a second of your time, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any more content like this we bring your way. Also, you doing this would help reach more people with similar interests like yourself. So by all means, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of it.
If I bring 5 cows in here, in less than 12 hours, you see that this whole place will become muddy. And if you guys don't believe me, close your eyes and think of the cow pen that you've been into. You'll see that we have a very small square feet with a lot of cows in there, and it's always muddy. Why is it muddy? It's because their poop and urine are all concentrated in one place, right? But if you come here, because they don't spend much time here, this place is very clean. Then the next station is the paddock. The paddock is also the place they graze, as they are grazing, where they spend actually majority of their time of the day. As they are grazing, they are also pooping and peeing, right? And what happens as they are pooping and peeing there too, the same system of processes take place. And that is why here we do rotate them after every at least 4 days to 5 days. We'll rotate them to a different paddock and do that for about over a month, maybe a month and a week, a month and 2 weeks before they come to the old paddock. Right, so when you do that, you're able to prevent the bacterial disease that we're going to be facing. The next important thing in terms of disease is also pneumonia. You know, we are about to enter the rainy season. Some of you are already in the rainy season. Pneumonia is something that's coming from cold, right? So you want to make sure that your structure is built perfectly, right? As you can see, even though all our structure is not covered, maybe about 5 feet long, we've covered it nicely so that rain doesn't go inside. Some of your pens, you know, when it rains, it goes inside, it beats your animals, they will feel cold throughout the night, and that could also result in serious diseases like pneumonia or even generating cough or cold. So the rainy season do bring some of these diseases as well. So make sure that your structure is perfectly done to avoid you know, them being cold at night. If you have the opportunity to get heat lights, provide heat lights, right? Because if your goats are breeding or giving birth in this rainy season, then you know definitely where you need to warm them. So mortality rates of kids, you want to reduce that during this rainy season, because every kid that's born during the rainy season have a higher chance of death than those that are born in the dry season. And that's why we do not breed our goats in the rainy season. So we always calculate and make sure that they are rather cross in the rainy season. So if you look at our pen, all our goats have given birth at the moment. We are not expecting any birth in this rainy season. We're going to start cross them and give them about 5 to 6 months. They're going to start giving birth again in the dry season. And that's what we do to prevent child mortality here at the farm. So yes, the rainy season is good. The grass is doing well. As you guys have seen in our previous video, the cementia grass is doing great. We are in love with it. It's growing. That's one of the positive side of the rainy season. But as a livestock farmer, definitely comes with a lot of challenges. So you want to minimize those risks. But if you can't do anything about it and they're going to get sick anyway, or you have some weak, you know, livestock within your head that no matter what are going to get sick, then you want to start having some antibiotics with you. There are so many antibiotics out there. Visit our shop in Achimota, speak to whoever you meet there. They can recommend different variety of antibiotics for you that you can have as a farmer at your farm, so that in case any of these things rises, you will be able to quickly attend to it. The number one thing you need to do, though, I always say before medication, is to check your temperature of your goat first before you apply any medication. So you see that 38 to 39 degrees Celsius. And if they are more or low, then you know that there is something wrong with your goat. So whenever, before you pick your needle and before you pick your antibiotics, make sure that you've checked your goat's temperature before you know what to give, right? And then, yeah, I think, like I said, it is good. It's in the rainy season. We are excited for our feed and everything, but we also need to be cautious as livestock farmers and even as crop farmers, because there is a lot of, you know, the worms, once the parasites grow, they are larvae, they become worm, then they become flies. Those flies will go and attack crops as well. So it's just a natural synchronization that happens on a yearly basis, right? So we are all not super safe, but at least we can do things to prevent it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, what you want me to address. But these are the basic things that we are doing here. Stay clean, clean your pen more, do more rotational so that your livestock are not at one place to give them diseases, and be prepared. Have some antibiotics by you so that you can always treat them. I hope this is helpful and this can help you save some of your livestock. But if not, let us know and we'll bring you always the educational videos that we hope to. This is your channel for livestock information. I'll see you in the next video.